When I first read their skills, I didn't expect much, but the JP side has cooked once again. Festival Collection 2024 introduced a new type of generic set orders, alongside units that can search them. These set orders allow decks to guard with their rear guards. It was given to half the nations, Keter Sanctuary, Brandgate, and Stoicheia, but so far it synergizes best with Luard from Keter. For the skill of the set order, once per turn when your unit is attacked, you can guard with one of your rear guards, then the unit gets bound after. Although it can only be activated once per turn, having multiple of these in your order zone allows you to use the skill multiple times. A quick note is that it is a grade 2, so you can use it early or in the grade 2 game. The accompanying unit card is a grade 2 as well. For a Soul Blast, it searches the set order and places it in your order zone. When the unit is used to guard with the set order, it gains an additional 5000 shield. Since this unit places the set order for you, you can put more than one of the set order in a turn. The main reason these set orders are so good is, first of all, it adds more defense. Lyrical can bounce their rear guards back to hand, but for other decks, once you call a unit without intercept, they usually just get stuck in the field. The set order allows you to guard with those rear guards, even from your back row or without intercept. And Keter synergizes and benefits the most from the set orders right now, since their strength is on searching and calling units. Decks like Luard can search out perfect guards and other defensive units. Rizael can also revive cards from the drop like the OT, and then use Liael as a PG, and then put the bound OT or other units in the bind zone back to deck. And second, it also bypasses guard restrict. Many Luard decks right now have stopped running Elementaria, because they can just guard with their perfect guards from their rear guard circles, which bypasses most or if not all guard restricts. And it's also very easy for them to search out and call these perfect guards. For the effect on the meta, with the new set orders, retiring or some kind of removal is more valuable now, since you're gonna want to remove units like perfect guards on your opponent's field. You can also see Keter decks like Luard and Rizael using Liael to put back the cards from the bind zone back to the deck. These decks can just keep on recycling their PGs or other defensive cards like 20,000 shield fronts or the OT. So keep watch for cards that interacts with the bind zone like Bell and even Black Magic, who gets -1 CB for each card in your bind zone. The set order searcher uses soul, so it may conflict with some decks. So some decks that want to use this have to adjust. Now we'll be looking at some deck lists from a recent deluxe tournament in Japan. All of the deck lists are from Chiho Cup Deluxe in Kyoto, and this actually got first place Luard. So this is a very defensive build. Running 1 Liael, you won't be able to use the Sentinel skill, but you can pay the cost, so you can put back 2 cards in your bind zone back to deck. And running 4 of the Searcher and 3 of the Order, and only 2 Morfessa. This player is also running 4 Maple and 4 of the grade 1 that has intercept and 5000 shield, extra 5000 shield. And no more Elementaria, since you can guard with PGs from the rear guard. So this player is running 4 Luard, so I imagine that since your games will last long, you can keep on spamming Drag Strider until your opponent can't handle it anymore. So that's it. Next list we have is Rizael. This guy was also playing Liael. Liael, you can use it as a perfect guard and also put back the cards from your bind zone back to deck. So if you called cards, so if you guarded with OT or other triggers, you can put them back to deck with Liael. This guy's only playing 1 of the Searcher and 1 Order. Only 1 Biscotti. This guy opted to run more of the Minerva and Tatefault package, so set of each. I think this gives you a better early game, since it makes you plus early. And also the new Searcher, the new Order Searcher from set 2. And Reedy. So this gives your triggers extra plus 5k. So maybe when you activate Rizael's Divine Skill, you'll have a lot of crits back to deck or triggers. But I'm not sure if you have enough soul, since Rizal's divine skill uses soul, this uses soul, Tatefault uses soul. But I guess you can manage. You can find a way to manage your soul. Next we have is Prison. This is a very defensive and control deck, but can also be scary because since the grade 4 gives power and crit to your front row, you have Laser Tage, who can rest your opponent's called units, and this player's running 3 of the Searcher and 2 of the Order. I don't think you have any special targets for the Order, so I think this your main target when you guard with the Order. This one is the new Restander in set 2, and yours will also plus a decent amount since you also have mana, so you can survive longer with the set Order combined with mana. And they also have the new Elementaria Sanctitude, the new one that grade 4 decks can use. Then last is Eva. This deck does not use the set orders, but this one is new, Gokatera. So Eva didn't use this before, but because of the new set order, you get a lot of value from retire or any kind of removal. So this one is on play CB1, you retire one of your opponent's rear guard. So helpful, especially if you're against Rizal or Luard. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching.